Hi, my name is Corey Langley, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what your son or daughter is going to see in geometry this year. So, I just briefly want to take a few minutes and talk a little bit about what we do on a day to day basis here in geometry, talk a little bit about the policies and procedures in terms of the work that is done and why it is done, and the approach that I expect the students to take with that work. And then lastly, talk a little bit about the resources that are available to the students. Brief little bit about me. I graduated from Upper St. Clair in 2002 and went to West Virginia Wesleyan College for my undergrad and then my master's degree from Robert Morris in instructional leadership. I've been teaching here at Upper St. Clair for 16 years now. This is my 16th year. And on a personal level, I have a family. My wife is also a math teacher at a neighboring district, and we have two daughters. Audrey is 2.5, and Ella is 5 months old. You can see our family picture here at the beach this past summer. So each day could be a number of different things. Classroom discussion, it could be independent or partnering or group work in the classroom, developing some cooperative learning. The idea here is that each day, especially on this block schedule, it's not the same type of thing that you're going to see in class. Um, some days I ask the students in advance of class to watch a lesson video so that we can talk and practice those problems together or with partners. Other days, it's more of a traditional feel where I'm going over the lesson at the board, working with the students kind of as a class as a whole. Um, but either way, we're trying to develop those concepts and work together to kind of figure out what we're doing. The interactive agenda that I have on Canvas is kind of like the lifeline of where everything is located. If you need to kind of see where we are or what your child should be doing, take a look at that interactive agenda on Canvas. And the Canvas calendar also kind of summarizes all of those due dates. I want to show a quick video here about why we do things the way we do them in geometry. It's about 1 minute long.
Researchers have studied people who've reached a very high level of achievement to see how they got there. And they found that nobody was born with a special brain, but they engaged in a very particular kind of practice. And the researchers described it like this. They said that the people who achieved the most were those who were always pushing at the edge of their understanding, making mistakes, correcting them, making more mistakes. They weren't getting work correct all the time, they were always struggling. They set high targets for themselves, and if they became stuck, they tried a different approach so that they could keep going. Researchers also found that there really are no limits to what people can do. When people don't go on to high achievement, it's usually because they give up, not because they've hit actual roadblocks that they can't get past. So always remember that when you're struggling, even if that can feel really hard, that's the very best time for your brain. And keep going. Never give up on maths. Always remember you can learn anything. Researchers have studied people.
Sorry about that. So why I wanted to show that to you is it kind of ties in with what we do in class each day. Um, I mentioned that in class we might be watching a video in advance of the lesson, and then we're trying to work together to figure out different things during the class time itself. Um, there is pretty much a nightly homework expectation, and that can be actually practice problems from the book or from another source. It could be watching those videos, as I said. Um, and these homework checks, they are not directly graded. Instead, we have these periodic quick quizzes that the purpose of them is to illustrate to me that the student has understood the main concepts of those lessons. They can be retaken without penalty. And those quick quizzes they're just worth a point. But I want them to show that even if you don't understand something, it's not an excuse to throw up your hands and give up. But instead, I want you to figure out what the issue is. If it means asking questions to get those concepts straightened out, then do it. Refer back to your notes. Okay? Look in the book. Figure out what the issue is. Okay, that idea of struggle is how you learn. And demonstrate to me that, yes, you do understand these big ideas. Okay? And that carries over to our tests and our quizzes. We offer second chance learning opportunities based off of their performance. If they want to take a retest, that's okay, but you need to have certain benchmarks met. You need to show me that you are keeping up with the homework assignments, that you've completed them, and even if you haven't been able to turn in everything on time, that you turn those in to make sure that you're indicating that you are growing and that you're progressing in the course. Yeah. We learn when we make mistakes, and that's okay. Geometry is complicated. It's frustrating. I want the students to recognize that they're in a supportive environment that will help them grow. Okay, they have to put in a little bit of work, okay, but they're going to grow from that work. And lastly, if they are having trouble and they do need to go over things with me, these are the resources that are available. Academic resource time is built into our schedule, an hour on most days. So students can sign up with me. I can assign them to me as I see fit from time to time as I'm grading something or if I'm going over a quiz or a test. And I think that student would benefit from more individualized instruction or just going over something. Okay, I will assign them to my academic resource time. I am in the resource center, block 7. So if that happens to match up with a free period for your son or daughter, then they're welcome to meet me down there. But peer tutoring is also available. If that is something of interest, being matched up with a peer tutor, an older student, a junior or senior typically, I can arrange that or help facilitate that. So let me know. And lastly, just on Canvas. I mean, the Canvas page is built up with some extra practice and the instructional videos being there. That's a good first place to check if you need some additional instruction. So I hope that this has been informative for you. If you have any questions as the year progresses, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.